What is this operations management mainly about? So only after discussing that I can discuss with you as to what is our part, that is a cost accountant's part in the operations. Operations management is simply the economics of 5 M's. Number 1, men. Number 2, material. Number 3, machines. Number 4, modules. And number 5, money. Clear? About these 5 M's, when we discuss the economics, that is known as operations management. Understood? As it is a mix of production as well as decision making, so that's why we have it in syllabus. Okay, got it? So lot of decision making is involved with respect to operations management. So I told you, right, with respect to these 5 areas, we can easily remember the definition also. Men, material, machines, then modules and money. This modules means information. Information. So the economics or the understanding and streamlining these areas is known as operations management. Understood? Why operations management is very important for any organization? Whether it is important or not for CWA exams is next question. But whether it is important for the management, that is for the manufacturer or for any manufacturing industry, yes. Reason being, what are the operations involved in a company? What are the departments? Okay, if I call it as departments, you can easily recognize. What are all the various departments? Production. See. So immediately when I talk about department, which department you are telling first? So that is the importance. Production department. It is the heart of an organization. And we are talking about manufacturing organizations. So does it mean that, sir, for service sector operations management is not applicable? No. Even for service sector also operations management is applicable. Even for service sector operations management is applicable. But it's widely used in production sector. Okay. So have an assumption that as and when we are discussing only about manufacturing sector but not for service sector. But it does not mean operations management is not applicable for service sector. See, whatever I am going to discuss now, carefully listen each and every word and each and every phrase. Because in exam we have objective questions. Got it? In objective questions you will be questioned on these lines only. Whether operations management is applicable for service sector, true or false? True. So you should write, even though it is designed for manufacturing sector, but it is equally applicable for service sector. Understood? Then, when it respect to manufacturing sector, we have broadly 4 departments. Correct? Number 1, finance. Finance department. Even though you are a cost accountant, but you never told me first finance, but you are telling production. So finance department, then production department, then human resource department, correct? And purchase sometimes will be part of production only. Purchase sometimes will be part of production only. Marketing department, correct? So these are the essential departments in any organization. If it is an organization, it should have these 4. Production includes planning also, okay? Production, finance, and then marketing and HR. Okay. Now, if production department is not functioning, other 3 departments will not have any work. Correct? So that is the crux of production department for an organization. So if it is an organization, we will see production department. So in order to manage the organization, which department we need to manage properly? Production department. And if you see the profit, when a finance department will think about profit, planning, where to invest or not to invest, how, on the basis of what? On the basis of cost. Will you agree? If a product is not having any profit, will you buy that product? That is, will you make that product? No. So profit is essential, but how can we determine the profit? Cost plays a major role. And how can we reduce the cost or minimize the cost or plan the cost properly? That is through studying the operations. What are all the various operations involved in a production, so that if you can minimize the cost of each and every operation, ultimately your cost reduction objective is achieved. This is why a cost accountant is required for a company, correct? What is the purpose of a cost accountant? In order to reduce the cost, okay, in order to minimize the cost. At the same time, the value should not deteriorate. Example, we know one such minimization which we have seen in costing, that is EOQ, economic order quantity. In economic order quantity, what we are doing? Suppose if the quantity ordered is less, but number of times we need to order the product. For example, I have an annual requirement of 10,000 units. I have an annual requirement of 10,000. Every time when I order, I will order for 1,000 units. So how many orders I need to take place? 10. Correct? So 10 times I need to place the order. So there will be some associated cost with respect to this order. In the same way, when I am ordering very less quantity, my carrying cost will be less. No need to incur expenditure on insurance, storage, etc. Rental for warehouse, one supervisor for the warehouse. Correct? Whereas if you order big quantity, ordering cost will come down, but carrying cost will increase. So in economic order quantity, what we will do, we will make a best fit as to what is that level wherein both ordering cost as well as carrying cost is minimum. Correct? What we are doing, we are saving money. Correct? That is with respect to only material purchase. That is one single operation in the entire production. Will you agree? That is one single operation in the entire production. But when it comes to many operations, and if we can manage each and every operation so that we can reduce the money, that is reduce the cost involved, unnecessary cost. I am not talking about unavoidable cost. Cost can be avoidable, unavoidable. What is unavoidable cost? Which you cannot avoid. You have to incur that. If you are not incurring that, you cannot come out. Understood or not? For example, in our daily life, what is unavoidable cost? Food, travel, clothing, all these are. So there will you plan? No, we will not plan there. But in avoidable cost, we will plan. What is this avoidable cost? That is, you need to eat. But why to eat daily pizza? Correct? And why you need to eat daily burger? What is the need of it? Understood? That cost you can avoid. So there we will plan. Okay. So in a week, we need to have some satisfaction. So Saturday, Sunday we will eat. Rest of the days, no eating outside. Understood? So this is one kind of strategy that you are adopting. So here comes operations strategy. What is operations strategy? When you are making a plan for different outcomes, it will become strategy. Understood? What is the meaning of strategy? When you plan for a outcome, that is plan. But when you plan for different outcomes, we call it as strategy. Understood? So in operations management, sometimes there will be operations strategies. That is, if you are not manufacturing this way, then this is the result. If you are manufacturing in this way, then this is the result. Like this, we can have options. So this type of options known as operations strategies. Okay. Then, what are all the areas wherein we need to know in order to understand the operations management effectively? These areas: men, material, machines, modules and money. Okay. So we will be studying about this only in operations management, nothing else. Okay. About what? About men means, for example, I am giving you men. We will be doing optimum replacement with respect to staff. That is, whether the workers should be replaced for every 4 months. So that when new entrant is coming, so definitely his skill will be different. Understood? But we don't have that kind of policy in professionals. When a person is becoming cost accountant, till death he will be cost accountant. And until that point of time, no newcomer will enter. Correct? But in operations, it is not like that. They believe in once the men is there, the workers are there, they need to be replaced every time. If you are not replacing them, automatically they will undergo fatigue. You know this fatigue study? Fatigue study means if you are keep on doing your work, automatically what happens? Sir, we are getting bored, sir. Where this word bored is derived from? That is fatigue. Not tired. Tired is different. You have energy. But saturation, you have reached your saturation. You cannot continue. So immediately a new process needs to be there for you. New process means new style of working or new area of working. Understood? That is required. That study is with respect to what? With respect to men. Correct? Then with respect to material, already we have seen one example. That is economic order quantity. What is the best purchase decision we can make? Then with respect to machines, we have plant layout. Plant layout means how the machine should be located in a plant. Okay, how the machine should be located in a plant. For example, whether all the machines should be located in a sequence of process, or should all the similar machines be grouped at different places so that the material will flow at different places, or will all the machine comes towards material? Understood? Understood or not what I am saying? First thing is process layout. Process layout means in order to manufacture a four-wheeler, first what is required? What is to be done? First we need to make engine. So automatically the engine will go to body building. So once the body building is done, then painting. And once painting is done, seat fitting. And lastly all other accessories, and it will be sent to market. So there is a process, right? So this, if the machines are arranged in this order, this is known as process layout. Okay. Product layout is there. Product layout means if you are making 4 products, for these 4 different products we will have 4 different process. So this product, this line, this product, this line, this product, this line, just like a queue. Just like a queue we have. In that way you can arrange. Or depending on the load and distance. For example, a person needs to take a bottle making, okay, needs to take a bottle making machine is on one side, okay, and then capping machine is on the other side, other edge of the room. Now from here he need to take that and he need to go there. Will there be any cost involved or not? Because of the movement, will there be any cost involved or not? Yes. What is the cost involved? He need one small truck in order to take all the bottles. All the bottles should be packed. One person should keep it into the tray. And like that, how many times you need to come and go? Many times. Trips will be there. Correct? So, if the same machine is adjacent to this, can we reduce the cost? This is operations management. Understood? This is what operations management is. Now what is the decision you have taken? Instead of keeping the machine at the other edge of the room, bring it next to it so that you can save some amount. No need to have 2 people, one for loading, another for unloading, and the third person for transporting. One person is sufficient. And no need to have a truck for that. And no need to incur petrol expenses for that. Understood? So these kind of decisions are known as operations management with respect to machines. With respect to modules or information, what we are going to do? We have quality control. One area called quality control. What is this quality control about? For every manufacturer, say if I am manufacturing 100 units. In that 100 units, every time I am getting some 4 or 5 defectives. Every time I am getting some 4 or 5 defectives. This 4 or 5 defectives cost will be absorbed onto the good units. Am I right? This is what we learnt in costing. In costing what happens? The loss will be absorbed into the good units. If you are making 100 units and if 4 is defective, what happens? That 4 units cost will be absorbed into 94 units. Correct? If it is abnormal loss, then we send to costing P&L account. But if it is normal loss, what we will do? Instead of reducing it, we will reduce the quantity. For 100 units, 10,000. Now, for 96 units, 10,000. Which means automatically the 4 units cost is absorbed into the balance units. Correct? So now, this defectives if reduced, the cost will come down. The average cost per unit come down. How this average cost comes down? See here. number of units is say 100 units, and defectives are 4, so balance is 96. Now the cost for this 100 is 10,000. Now what happens to 96 units? The same 10,000. If there are no defectives, what is the average cost? What is the average cost? 10,000 divided by 100 is equals to 100 rupees per unit. Correct? Whereas in this case 10,000 divided by 96. Can you please calculate and tell me? No calculator. 104.16 per unit. So what is happening here? The average cost is increasing. So if you can save on these defectives, the average cost will come down. How we came to know about this? Based on the information available. Correct? Based on the information available. Now what can we do for this? If you need to reduce, what you should do, you need to fix a control limit. So that these 4 units need not be at the end. Correct? These 4 defectives need not be at the end. It may be in the middle. Correct or not? These 4 units are defective. Will it be at the end? Will it be at the beginning? Or will it be in the middle? We don't know. It can be in the beginning, it can be in the middle, it can be in the end. So we are fixing a control limit. What is that control limit? First product. Okay. If it is defective, if it is not defective, it will be less than this. Second product, third product, fourth product, fifth product, sixth product, seventh product is going outside. Stop the production. Okay. You stop the production, means something is wrong there. Give a pass to the production, go and check. So that subsequently with respect to the same process you will not have a defective product. Correct? Correct or not? So how this can be done? Based on the past production record of the company. If you take the past production record of the company and if you do a study, sampling study, you will be arriving at this information. So based on that you can devise a control measure. For devising the control measures, we need the information. So that is known as modules.